Hello guys, this is Joana Saahirah with a video that I've been requested by so many students throughout the time and something that I never spoke about in a video, although I'm teaching it all the time in my workshops around the world and at Joana Saahirah's online dance school. This is about relaxation, fluidity, organic movement, how to dance in a relaxed way. Now, let me start by saying that understanding Egyptian dance style, it's a very fluid, very organic and relaxed style. It's already a bonus for you. So if you made that question, you are already ahead of most dancers who think Egyptian dance is a tense, aggressive, karate-inspired kind of competitive dance. It is not. Although there are many ways of doing Egyptian dance, of course, and everybody is free to do their own version of whatever they want. If you know the Egyptian dance style, you will for sure know it is, in its essence, very organic, very fluid, very soft, very relaxed. So if you are still moving from a point of struggle and tension and fight, you are not yet into the style's essence. There is something missing, okay? So I'm gonna offer you a few tips. There is much more than this, of course, but I'm gonna give you a few lights so that hopefully your dance will become a little bit more relaxed and more beautiful and more enjoyable. So the first thing you have to consider, and most dancers don't even think about, it's the fact that the more you move, the more you practice, the more your muscles and bones and joints are put to work, the more fluid the movement will be. So there is a side of Egyptian dance, as there is a side of any other dance style, that has to do with doing it, practicing it, experience. The more your body does a certain movement, the more fluid that movement will become. So the first thing you have to know is there is this side of work, of practice, of time also. The time it takes for the muscles to build up to a point where they don't need to struggle to perform a certain movement anymore. This is an aspect you cannot dismiss because it's a very important one. It will always be there, you know. And even after all this time of dancing, you know, a very active career of performing and teaching and choreographing and whatever, if I spend a little period of time without dancing, my muscles will become stiff, you know. When I come back, it will be hard for me to recover the fluidity, the relaxed state I usually have because the muscles kind of shrink. You know, they tend to go to sleep a little bit if you don't use them. So the first tip for a more relaxed movement has to do with practice, work. You just have to do it a lot and you have to do it consistently, okay? Second tip has to do with breath. Now, if you are one of my students, you've heard me saying this 1,000 times. Breathe. Don't forget to breathe, right? Okay, breath is a very precious tool for many things, not only for relaxation. But now we're going to focus on relaxation. So a conscious and deep inhaling and exhaling, it's one of the keys for a more relaxed movement. The more consciously and deeply you breathe, the more relaxed you will be, the more focused, the more centered you will be, the more fluid you will be. So although this is an invisible tool, because you cannot see air, it is not something we can pinpoint. It's something that goes through us, but we cannot see it, right? It's very, very important. It's invisible, but it's real, okay? Breathe more consciously, breathe more times, breathe slower. Remember to breathe as you move and as you pause from one movement to the other. This will give you an extra boost for relaxed movement. Tip number 3, another invisible tool my students know very well about: weight transference. Now, it's complicated to explain this in a few words, but I'll try. Any dancer knows there is a basic concept for quality movement called center or directions coming from a center. As a dancer, you always have to be aware of where your center is and then where those directions are, so that when you move, you're always moving in a structured, beautiful, conscious way. You are not just wandering around kind of lost and drunk without knowing what the hell am I doing, what the hell is going on. So the first thing you gotta do to work on your weight transference is to define your center and then to have a clear sense of direction. Front, back, side, side, diagonals, diagonals, and always going back to the center. And as you move, you are constantly shifting the weight of your body or parts of your body from one place to the other. You're either neutral in the middle, in the center, or you're gonna go front, you're gonna go to your right, then you're gonna go back, then you're gonna go front again. So the more aware you are of your weight transference and the more you work with it, the more relaxed you will be, because you will be working with gravity. You will be working with the weight of your body instead of working against it or not using it. So my tip number 3 would be to work on your weight transference. Know exactly where you have your weight and make the best out of that weight whenever you move it, whenever you drag it around, okay? Also, my tip number 4, release the movement whenever there is a chance for it. What do I mean by this? In Egyptian dance, we're always contracting and releasing, contracting and releasing. Going up, going down, going in, releasing, going down or going up, going to the sides, or going down or going up, or releasing over here or going up. There is always this relationship between dynamic energy and releasing, surrender. And what I notice is that most dancers never surrender. They are always with the dynamic, active, pushing energy of up, lifting, contracting. They don't do the opposite motion. They don't release the muscles. They don't let go. They don't surrender. And this is another reason why most of dancers dance in a very, very aggressive, tense way, as if they were struggling with an invisible opponent. My tip number 5, and the last one for this video, is about the ego. It's about a big difference between dancing from your heart and dancing from your vanity. If I'm dancing from my vanity, I will put an extra amount of pressure on me to deliver in a way that I'm the best. You know, I'm better than anyone. So that's my concern. I'm going to push myself and put pressure on myself to be the queen of whatever, I don't know, whatever kingdom there is in your mind. But if I don't care about that, if I just do my job in the background, independently of my level, okay, independently of how good I am or not, if I just do my job, I do my best, and then I dance from a place of heart, I dance from a place of giving my best from my soul, instead of worrying about competing and comparing and being better than somebody else, my energy will be completely different. My energy will not be one of struggle and fight and trying to prove myself, you know, very masculine energy in a way. My energy will be more feminine, will be more receptive, will be more flowing, will be more relaxed. So this is another invisible tool that I think most dancers are not educated for. Yeah, because the teachers were not educated for it and they don't know. So there is a very masculine way of doing Egyptian dance nowadays, and that contributes for the struggle and the tension and the effort. And this is something you can see all around the world, and even in Egypt, the dance is becoming faster, it's becoming overwhelming, it's becoming full of movements that mean nothing, it's becoming very sharp, very dry, very tough, very aggressive, very masculine. And the problem with this is that the essence of Egyptian dance, which is feminine, gradually gets lost. So it's very nice if we add, dynamic and speed and variety of movements. I'm all for that. I'm myself a very dynamic dancer, but you should not allow that to erase the essence, the flavor, the core of the dance, which is feminine. It's the pause, it's the silence, it's the surrender, it's the flowing, it's the no struggle, it's the power that comes from the heart, that comes from the soul. It's not the power that comes from imposing yourself and saying, I'm the best and screw the rest. I hope you got what I mean. I'm sure you did. Enjoy these 5 tips. Become more relaxed, not only in your dance, but also in your life, because tension will not get you faster or will not get you better at anything. Tension is something that blocks the energy, that blocks your ability to think and feel and produce creatively from a heart perspective. And that's what ultimately Egyptian dance stands for. I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel. See all the information in the box below this video so that you can join our new Joana Saahirah's online dance school, which is coming. And keep in touch. Subscribe to my newsletter as well, Joana Saahirah's World Newsletter. You'll find out how in the description below this video. And I will see you soon somewhere around the world or at Joana Saahirah's online dance school. I love you guys. I will see you soon. A huge, huge kiss.